Our classrooms, typically, we sat in rows at our own desk, and I remember, especially in math class, third grade math, I remember we would finish a worksheet, and then we would go up to the bin, put it down, and then get another math worksheet, and then we would just do that for 45 minutes every day, and that's what math class looked like. Now, I think over the years, learning has become less traditional and more creative. In terms of how we teach children, we have a better understanding of how students learn and how to engage kids.
The traditional model of education has always been, I teach, you learn, and then I find out if you learned it. But I think now we're switching it to, I find out what you know, I teach, I find out if you learned it, I teach, and then we have the formal sort of test of knowledge. I know more about my kids now than I ever have before. It's a lot easier to gather information about what they know and what they don't know through a lot of the electronic tools that we have. We're able to figure out what everybody knows, and that's really great for driving instruction then.
We often assume that kids don't know something based on the curriculum or their grade level, where the reality is our kids are coming to us with many different experiences and different backgrounds. So it's important that we continually assess before, during, and after to see where the students are to create their own individual path for learning. We often think that kids are learning when they're seated, with their hands crossed or silently at their desk, so they're not interrupting the teaching. But are they really learning? There's a difference between engagement and compliancy.
Here at Springford, we try to make it an individual basis. We get to know our kids on a personal level, we get to know them on an educational level, we get to see them in multiple different lights to kind of change their learning and differentiate their instruction to gear it so that they have the best experience they can within our classrooms. The way that we teach here at Springford gives them a chance to reflect piece by piece and gives them a chance to look back and say, like, okay, am I okay at this point to be able to move forward, or do I need to ask a question? And that's something that throughout their future, no matter what route they take, they need to be able to self-assess and analyze within themselves whether or not they are okay at that step, or whether or not they need to reach out and ask for help.
It's not as much me just giving students the information and them going home and memorizing it. Now it's very student focused, where I want them to discover the learning on their own. It's very much where I sort of set the stage and then they go and synthesize their own information. It should also be formative assessment or targeted checks that you're doing throughout the entire instructional piece to make sure your students are actually learning the information. If they're not, then you need to go back and reteach and then reassess.
It just depends on the student. I kind of base it on what I see. The ones that are more outgoing are a little bit easier, but it's the ones that are quieter that I try to kind of find a balance. I think we're just tweaking things and trying to realize what's working and what's not, and it's obviously going to be an ongoing process. We're really just tweaking things and finding, okay, we need more hands-on activities, we need more assessments that show us what teachers need to know and what the administration needs to see.
Today's learning is a much more active, hands-on approach that focuses on problem solving and incorporates technology into practically everything we do. Our students experience learning that is inquiry-based and focuses on the 4 C's. That's collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and creativity.
And Springford Learning really encapsulates that particular framework. We've spent a couple years putting that together, and while the theory part of it, the theoretical framework of it, has fairly well been laid out, we're in the process of putting together the action plans to move that framework forward so that it's evident in all of our classrooms. We want to be educationally relevant, we want to be focused on achievement and growth, and we want to have a priority on people. Well, when you begin to differentiate, you are truly focusing on the individual.
Learning can be lots of different things here at Springford, so it can be what's taking place in the classroom, but it can also take place outside of the classroom. It's what takes place on the sports fields, it's what takes place on the auditorium stage or in the band room. So it's not just what's taking place in the classroom, it's what's taking place throughout the entire Springford community.
So our focus has always been to be able to meet the needs of our students. What has has changed is that we have more precise data measures, additional teaching resources, more collaboration time with teachers and with each other. The key to success of Spring Forward Learning is really collaboration between teachers, students, families, administrators, and obviously our community to make it most successful.
It's based around them learning step by step each way through, not based on the end result. Because if you check in point by point, then they learn more effectively throughout, and the end result will turn out what you want it to be no matter what.
Our teachers are already becoming experts in the Pennsylvania Common Core standards, and every year they come to me with new ideas about how we can tweak something or better assess our students or design better activities or bring in better tech tools. So I'm really excited about where Spring Forward Learning is going because it's always growing, it's always evolving, it's always changing.